As you can see in the title, Bloodstrike is finally removing infinite sliding, or snake movement, however you call it. Now, why did I say finally? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in this video. I will cover the good and bad about this change and give you my overall opinion. I will also quickly go over some other important features and give my highly professional opinion on them. Jokes aside, if you're new here, or if you have been watching me for a while, it would mean a lot if you could subscribe and check out my new challenge called RPG Only to Legend, which is pretty much self-explanatory. So turn on notifications so you will know when I'm live, and yeah, watch me suffer while still having fun, if that's even possible. I will see you in the live streams. So if you have been too lazy to go through the new update patch notes, I totally understand you. I will quickly go through some of the most important gameplay changing features, and then we will talk about the actual infinite slide change. There's a new upcoming sniper rifle called the M82. It's apparently strong at both long range and short range, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. They're adding airdrops to the game. Those will drop randomly in your matches, and inside you can find some of the brand new weapons we haven't used before. There will be grenade launchers, M16s, Gatling close defense cannons, and flamethrowers. How busted will some of those be? I have no clue, but considering every new weapon they add is broken, I wouldn't be surprised if you can knock people across the map with a flamethrower. Kainda is getting an actual decent buff. I will put the details on the screen if you want to go through them. They're also adding a brand new rank called Mythic. Legend will now have 4 tiers like any other rank. Now, is this good or bad? In my opinion, I don't see how this is going to fix ranked. They just added 4 more divisions that you have to climb through, but what's the point if everyone can hit Mythic anyway? People will reach it the same way they reached Legend. Lobbies will be exactly the same. It will just take a couple of more hours of grinding to get there. Absolutely nothing will change. I hope I'm wrong about that. I won't cover the new skins, we just don't care about them. They added a new blast skin to make people play him, but they will play 2 games with it like they did with the Jet Ultra skin and just totally give up on him because he's still a terrible character. I hope they're reworking him and EMT because they're just way under other strikers in the game. There is a new really cool tournament system. I won't go into detail, but it looks like it's going to be really good for content creators or Scream servers. Katya got some appearance changes, and you can also finally change the annoying setting where you automatically climb up walls when you just don't want to. I nearly broke my monitor like 5 times while trying to rotate through certain places. Skyline optimization, I won't cover that. Let's just hope it's actually more optimized now. They also added firing sensitivity back in the game. Many people complained in my settings video about not being able to find that setting. Well, you can now. Also, check out my settings video if you haven't. And here comes the change that probably made 90% of those TikTok movement spammers annoyed. The removal of infinite sliding. They called it slide scope. Oh, now I know why they're removing it. Anyways, the mechanic itself was cool. I personally never liked it. Sure, you could flex your movement by spamming infinite sliding and then call yourself good, which does feel nice, I know, but overall it was a pointless mechanic. It was obvious from day one it was some kind of bug. Like, where's the logic in infinite sliding? You cannot chain 2 slides normally, but you can chain them if you quickly zoom in and then zoom out with your weapon. How does that make any sense? Overall, the mechanic was impactful in the beginning. Not many people knew how to do it and it was definitely hard to counter, but eventually pretty much everyone learned it and got used to it. It wasn't hard to find a counter. I never liked using it because it made your aim worse, and I will stand behind this. Aim wins your battles, not movement. I would rather have 0 movement skill but the best aim in the world, because no matter how much people move, if I have good aim and decision making, I can beat them easily. Infinite sliding didn't allow you to actually control their aim properly because you had to think about timing, flicking, and reading your opponent's movements. A big part of infinite slide strafing was flicking left and right or whichever direction you wanted to slide, but that forced you into so many unnecessary camera adjustments. It just wasn't a good mechanic. That's why you haven't seen a single player use it lately. You guys can say whatever you want. Sure, it was faster than other movement, harder to track, harder to hit, and cool looking, but it was never going to be a lasting mechanic. It was fun while it lasted. You have no reason to try learning it now. So, is this a good or bad change? In my opinion, it's good, because the functionality of the mechanic was just stupid. If they wanted it in the game, they would have added it officially. If you have been abusing it since day one, I do feel bad for you, but now it's time to actually start combining other movement mechanics with it, because trust me, there are many creative ways of moving around and outplaying your opponents. If you don't know about any other mechanics, I will walk you through them in my ultimate movement guide, which I will put on the screen at the end of this video. I'm really curious what you guys think about these changes, not just infinite sliding, but the others as well. I hope nobody got offended by the facts, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.